Yeah, okay, so how do people, like, you could be sitting there all day saying Ripple has no value. It's a ghost chain. Or Cardano. It's like, yeah, but,
It really is. I mean, none of us have really been involved in XRP, but that chart is something to behold. It's like,
again, we were a family that only bought hard assets. I mean, we didn't believe in the things that you couldn't see that were, kind of opaque to, and all of a sudden you realize that those were actually the most valuable assets.
Let's do the macro backdrop. We're in a $3 trillion industry right now, crypto. If I extrapolate trend rates of growth, it goes to 100 trillion within 10 years.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? What is it that JP Morgan Chase does, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently?
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags, and they want all them empty.
What's up, good glitches? If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP currently right around $2.35. We got Cointelegraph to pop things off bullish. Bo Hines, the executive director of the digital assets for the White House, just claimed that digital asset technology is the next generation of finance. The United States is ready to lead it. The transformation of all wealth, all value is upon us. Subject Views, governor of the Banque de France, says that their wholesale CBDC pilot could launch early next year.
Can I add one thing on the calendar, Yana? Because so far we have spoken about the retail part, digital euro. But there is also a wholesale part, and we will probably detail. Here we don't need a new legal act, and here we can be faster. Probably we can have a first pilot or even fast-track solution by early next year. And this is also very important for our sovereignty, for the monetary anchor Piero spoke about. It's less visible because all our fellow citizens are much more sensitive to cash. But we all know that to settle financial transactions on financial markets, we need central bank money, which is the safest asset, and we need the central bank money now to be tokenized. So to have the decisive step by early next year will be a very next milestone.
Confirmation that the Bank of France is testing Ripple's private ledger for the digital euro. Nice find. Crypto Insight UK, awesome to see Raoul Paul and OSF Rec discussed XRP chart on Rec Vision yesterday. Real Vision, thank you. XRP chart is something to behold.
I tell you, there's another chart after we could bring up this one. Yeah, I know you guys mentioned it last week. Is that XRP chart is something to behold?
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, none of us have really been involved in XRP, but that chart is something to behold. It's like that's going to another big leg higher at some point. And that obviously helps the Bitcoin dominance chart. The other one, which I think is the best chart in the world, is I don't know if I've got it on this one, is Doge Bitcoin. I've got the Doge chart, but Doge Bitcoin looks like it's going to continue. And Doge Bitcoin would suggest that it's going to outperform Bitcoin again, in which case it'll have been the hardest asset in the world.
yeah,
which is the funniest outcome. But Doge itself, if I put this...
That looks like a full sort of breakout mode, doesn't it? This chart here.
Yeah, if I go to the monthly chart, I mean, it kind of can't be better than this chart.
Coinbaro, CME Group, XRP, market calendars this Monday, May 19th. XRP futures will officially debut on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, one of the biggest derivatives markets globally. So it begins. XRP. But, Stellar Rippler, Eric Trump just admitted we always believed in bought hard assets until we realized that the most valuable assets were cryptocurrencies like XRP, the utility coins.
Again, we were a family that only bought hard assets. I mean, we didn't believe in the things that you couldn't see that were, kind of opaque to, and all of a sudden you realize that those were actually the most valuable assets because of all the safeguards that come with it. That they're cheaper, that they're faster, that they're more transparent, they're more modern. They can't be set on fire. They can't disappear. They can't disappear based on corruption. They can't be devalued. And I love it. I love this industry and I love the people. You know, they say, there's a famous saying that sometimes the enemy of your enemy is actually your best friend. That was the Trumps with the crypto community, and I think the banks made the biggest mistake of their lives.
XRP, digital assets is the next generation of finance. The transformation of value is upon us.
There's signal. Let's do the macro backdrop. We're in a $3 trillion industry right now, crypto. If I extrapolate trend rates of growth, it goes to 100 trillion within 10 years. That would be 97 trillion of wealth created. So let's assume Raoul is a total moron, discount me by 50%. $47 trillion of wealth will get generated. That's more wealth than got generated from the opening of Russia, China, all of the hedge fund billionaires, and all of the Silicon Valley billionaires combined. So, and it accrues to different people. The average man, the Uber driver, the OGs, there's a whole bunch of people in this space.
The podcasters.
The podcasters, you, the macro strategists, all of these people.
The greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is upon us. XRP hidden in plain sight. The final dominoes are falling into place. Know what you hold. Meanwhile, The Economist, crypto meets the swamp, why it won't end well. You got The Economist, May 17th, 2025. Breaking: Eric Trump says crypto will destroy banks like JP Morgan Chase. Moni Love, perhaps Ripple XRP is taking over. The Ripple effect.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? You know, what is it that JP Morgan Chase does, you know, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently? You know, hence really the creation of this idea, and really hence my entrance into, you know, the cryptocurrency world. And I think it's going to solve a lot of problems. You know, the SWIFT system in this country is absolutely broken. Every week I'm waiting for a wire transfer to come in at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, or trying to send one out. It's slow, it's lethargic, it doesn't make any sense. You look at what digital currency can do. You look what a digital currency backed by the US dollar, backed by US treasuries, that can be sent anywhere on earth instantaneously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, can do. It's going to revolutionize finance, and we're very excited to be on the forefront of it.
Mr. Man XRP, for those who don't understand the Rainbow Dam reference, I'll spell it out for you. This image is from the Donald Trump Jr. packed with symbolic messaging. May 31st, the floodgates. I've been trying to tell you to watch for the end of May into June, July. The imagery from the Trump Jr. with the dam breaking. Melina, it'll all be different by June. Trump, I'm going to make the stock market and crypto go up. I hope you've been loading up.
M2, which is why it only has a 90% correlation, not 100%. So I think we'll see that now. And it's just saying now is, if this continues to play out, it's just banana zone from now until July. And then we've had, we've got to think 3 months in advance. So what we've had is the dollar correcting the last couple of weeks, rates correcting. So we should see the market correct in August.
Yeah.
And maybe it's as simple as that. And that would be very consistent with previous cycles as well.
Riz XRP, Ripple, XRP, follow the money. All roads lead to the bridge, XRP.
And so how do you play this game to win? Not to be right, it's to win. Again, you're playing a game to win, not to be right. This is a classic CMS out there, probably listening. Do you want to be right, or do you want to make money? And so that's what you need to anticipate is it's not the objectively right answer. It's like the social consensus. Yeah. What does the crowd think? And so that's the exercise, I think, for crypto, which is in the episode again with Jeff Dorman. It's like, we came both to the agreement that a lot of value in these networks is the social currency. And because it is a social phenomenon, then you just sort of like invert and you say, yeah, okay, so how do people, like, you could be sitting there all day saying Ripple has no value, it's a ghost chain, or Cardano. It's like, yeah, but you know, that's how the masses, like, somehow Brad and team have like really developed this brand that Ripple is synonymous with DeFi. You ask 100 people in the world, not your 10 crypto degens and natives, and you tell them, how do you express a DeFi trade? Like crypto taking over payments. What are they going to say? Aave or Ripple? Maker or Ripple? Ethereum or Ripple? What's a payment chain?
Yeah. Ripple.
Coin burrow in a debt crisis with inflation and monetary reset, there'll be winners and losers. No. Do-overs on gold, silver, Bitcoin, or the standard XRP. Governments can't print those, but they'll print loads of dollars.
If we're in a sovereign debt crisis, and I think we are, and if we're going to have a lot of inflation, I think we do, and if we're going to go to have a monetary reset, there are going to be real winners and losers, and you're not going to get a do-over. You know, you're not going to get a do-over. It's not going to be like, oh gosh, I missed it. Maybe I'll, I mean, it's like we could wake up one day and the government could say, we're going to a gold standard, we're taking the price of gold up to $20,000. Well, you either own gold and gold mining stocks or you don't. They're going to go up enormously. Same thing with Bitcoin. I mean, the U.S. could say we're going to do a strategic Bitcoin reserve and the Bitcoin price could triple. Well, if you don't have any, you don't benefit from that. So there will be, because of the risk of monetary debasement and the fact that there will be no do-over, I would just strongly encourage all of your listeners to have some allocation of their wealth into things that the government can't print. The government can't print gold, government can't print silver, government can't print Bitcoin, and the government can print dollars, and they're going to...
You either own XRP or you don't. You've missed the train, and there won't be any do-overs. Know what you hold. And take a look at the altcoin season index currently here in Bitcoin season at a 22. We need to be above a 75 for it to be a full-blown altcoin season. Still waiting on alt season to return to its peak at around 98, 99. Mustache altcoins macro roadmap for altcoins, the next leg up, now loading. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP. Rich list, top 10% holder, 2,495 XRP, top 1% holder, around 51,000 XRP, and the top 0.1% holder, 379,000 XRP. What will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP bagman, the Moon Commander, BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss, and don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
I hope you hold it little strong, 'cause we about to boom soon. I hope you hold it little strong, 'cause we about to boom soon. The road in limbo, staring out my window. I got the formula, stack them bags up and simple, and wait until we explode. I'll meet you at the disco. We just getting started like an intro. 589 the numbers, please, please call out bingo.